Hello friends, welcome to Insight Learners. So in this video we shall learn how to create an app for electronic service belt using the MIT App Inventor. So before that, do subscribe our channel and like the video. So we shall continue. Open the Chrome and just type MIT App Inventor. So then select the second option, that is MIT App Inventor. So you can see this interface, that is MIT App Inventor. As I have said in a previous video, it was been coined or invented by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Therefore, it is referred as MIT App Inventor. So now we shall quickly create our apps. So you can just click on Create Apps, and this will ask you to sign in with one of your Google account, and it's completely free. So just sign in with one of your Google time. Each time you open the MIT App Inventor, it asks you to sign in with one of your Google account. So just sign in, and this will allow you to enter into the interface, and you can create as many as apps you wish. So let's quickly begin, and let's start our new project. So just go to the projects and click Start New Project. So now it is asking to enter the project name. So here we are building an electronic service belt, which means that so you are using the sound in order to, you are going to upload the ring sound, and you are going to see the sound whether the bell rings or not, and you are going to make the changes that so instead of ringing the bell once or twice, you are going to ring it each time you press the button. You are going to ring the bell for 5 times. So we are going to see how to build that app. So for that, we shall give the name of a project as the service belt app. So now click OK. So once you give the name of a project, you can see you will be able to create a new apps. So this MIT App Inventor, it mainly has the two aspects. The first thing is the user interface components. So here you are going to drag and drop the user interface components, and then you are going to interact. So instead of writing a program, you are going to use a blocks, and it allows us the usage of blocks. So with the help of a blocks, you are going to interact with the user interface components. So no need to write any program or anything. So just by understanding the requirements, you can directly build an app with the help of a user interface components as well as the blocks. So now quickly we shall begin. So first we shall create. So first, as I said, we are going to build the service belt app. So service means which performs some actions. Like here we are going to check the bell ringing sound, and you are going to, once you press the button, so you are going to listen the bell ringing sound. So before that, just download any of the bell ringing sound. So go to the Chrome and just click the bell ringing sound, and you can download the .mp3 file, and then you can directly upload it here. So let's quickly begin. So first, before that, you are going to drag and drop the button. So because the user interface components needed for this is just two, that is, one is a button as well as the sound. So sound, it's an invisible component. So first we are going to use the drag and drop the button. So now we shall rename the name of the button. So according to our requirements, we are going to rename the button. So here is the text for the button. So we are going to name the button, that is service, as the name of the text. So service, and now you can also give the color for the button. So that is the first thing is we shall give the color to the text. So I shall give the magenta color, and you can also give the color for the background color for the button. So you can give any background color. So we shall give pink. So that is, we have created a button, and then we have named the text. So we have named the text of the button and also the color. And next thing is that you can also make the font bold as well as font italic. So it depends on you, and you can also change the font size. So we shall make slightly more, that is, we shall keep it as 18, so that it looks so the button is clearly visible. So we shall change the color. So now we shall change the color to cyan. So accent color, it's a cyan, and then you can also add the background image. So better we shall keep the default color. So you can also change the background image. You can also add the background image and many more. So we have successfully designed the button. So now next thing is we need to drag and drop the sound button. So that is whenever we are going to click the service button, so the bell should ring for as many times a user wishes. So how many times the bell has to be ring, it is been designed by the blocks. So now quickly we shall drag and drop the sound button. So just search for the component that is sound. So you can see there is a normal sound. So just drag and drop this sound. So as I said, it's a non-visible component. So sound, it's a non-visible component, but the sound, it exists here. And you can see the source as well as the minimum interval. So now we shall first we have dragged and dropped the sound button. So now we need to upload the bell ringing sound or any sound which you wish. So it should be an MP3 extension, and you are going to download it from the Chrome and just save it, and now we shall directly upload it. So minimum interval also you can give as many intervals you wish. So now directly I have downloaded the bell ringing sound. So now I shall directly upload it. So go to the source and then it asks for upload file. So then choose the file. So I shall choose it from the downloads. So now we need to upload so here I have the ringtone, that is New Year 2021 ringtone, and it's a MP3 file. So just select that and open it. So then click OK. So here you can see that the file is been successfully uploaded. So now we have successfully designed the user interface components, that is at the user interface we have successfully designed it. So basically we needed two. One is the actions performed is whenever you are going to click a button, the sound has to be, that is the bell has to ring. So we have designed at one end, but next we need to make it interact with the blocks. So now we shall quickly design the blocks. So go to the blocks and now quickly we shall design. So you can see the user interface, that is the screen which we have designed is we have designed the button as well as sound. So now quickly we need to design the blocks. So first we shall consider the normal action, that is whenever a button is clicked, the bell has to ring for once. So that is we shall design this. So then go to the button and then you can select the first option, that is whenever a button is clicked. So do means you are going to perform some action. So next go to the sound. So then check for the, so this is the sound. So you can see the sound has to play. So therefore drag and drop it and then insert it. So you can see, so first action we have performed, that is whenever a button is clicked, so the sound has to play. So whatever file you have uploaded, so I have uploaded the bell ringing sound. So once the button is clicked, the bell will be ringing for once. So we have seen it how to do it. So similarly so just go to the build option, save the .apk to my computer, and then you can just download the MIT App Inventor to your phone, and you can directly save it to your computer and then share it to your phone, and you can check it. Or you can also open you can scan with the QR code. So whenever you download an MIT App Inventor, so it provides a scan QR code. So just once you scan the QR code, you are so it opens with this app and you can directly observe it. So at the end of this video I will show you how this the bell will ring. So before that we shall make slightly changes. So this will be a simple app. So we shall consider a scenario where, so once the button is pressed, the bell has to ring for 5 times. So for that we need to consider a simple pseudocode. So based on the pseudocode you are going to perform the action, that is when a button is pressed, instead of ringing the bell for once, you are going to ring it. So you need to invoke it to ring it for 5 times. So in order to do that we shall consider a simple pseudocode. So before that we shall write a pseudocode so that it will be easy for us to design the blocks. So just go to the notepad and just write a simple I shall show you the pseudocode, and based on the pseudocode you are going to directly design the blocks. So first thing is so this pseudocode, pseudocode means it's a instruction set of instructions that are used to perform actions. So by it is not necessary to write a pseudocode while you are building any apps. So just it is for understanding, so that if you write a pseudocode, so it will be easy to design any blocks. So now quickly, so if you are designing a bigger app, so if you go for directly building it, so sometimes it will be problem. So instead of that, if you consider the pseudocode, so based on the pseudocode you can directly design the blocks. So now we shall see. The first thing is input. So it is just for our reference we are writing it. So input is the so we are performing an event button click. So that is we are performing the action to the button, so whenever the button is clicked. So next thing is initially we are going to set the count to 1. So initially count equal to 1. So then after that you are going to repeat. So repeat is performed with either while loop or if loop. So we shall use the while loop. So the while loop, why I am considering while loop is that because I know the number of times the bell has to ring. So as you know that we are going to perform it for 5 times. So whenever you click the button, so it should perform, the bell has to be ringed for 5 times. Since we know the number of times it has to ring, that is count value we know, so I am considering the while loop. So that is while, or you can also consider the simple if loop. So it depends on you. So both while loop or if loop. So you are going to use a for loop if you do not know the count. But here I know the value of count, so it is simple to use either while loop or if loop. So I am going to consider the if loop. So if, so I am going to set the value of if to check it till the count is less than equal to 5. Then the sound has to play. So initially count was set to 1, then after that you are going to set it for count less than equal to 5. That is whenever the count is less than equal to 5, the sound has to play it, and it should iterate it, loop it. Sound has to play, and then after that you are going to increment the count. So count equal to count plus 1. So after that you are going to terminate the loop. So initially, so this is just for simple reference and it's a pseudocode. So we are performing the button as well as click action. So initially we are going to set the count to 1. So initially count is 1. So next thing is if. So you are going to enter into the if loop. So initially if. So initially count was 1. So you are going to check for a condition whether 1 is less than equal to 5. So condition is true. So if condition is true, then again the button, so that is the bell rings. So you are going to play the sound. Then now you need to increment the count value. So it should check for 2. So therefore you are going to increment the count. So therefore count becomes 2. So again you are going here. So 2 is less than equal to 5. Condition is true. Therefore you are going to play the sound. Again increment the count. So now the value of count is 3. So again check for a condition. So 3 is less than equal to 5. Condition is true. Therefore again it will play the sound. So similarly you are going to iterate it whenever the count becomes 5. So again 5 is also equal to 5, therefore it will play the sound. So when the count becomes 6, the condition is false because 6 is not less than equal to 5, therefore it comes out of the loop. So therefore, so with the same scenario, so by considering this pseudocode, we are going to design the blocks. So we are going to design the blocks, so I am going to keep it here and we shall quickly see how to design it with the help of this pseudocode. So first you are going to perform the button action. So we have already inserted, we have dragged and dropped the button. So we have already dragged and dropped. For sometimes we shall remove this place so that we shall insert the count value everything. So initially we have set the count. So we have set the button. So initially you are going to perform the button as well as click action. Therefore we have dragged and dropped the button. So next thing is that we need to initialize the local variable. So this is referred as a local variable. So initially the count is equal to 1. So we need to initialize the local variable. So in order to initialize local variables, go to the variables and then you are going to write initialize this is global variable and this is local variable. So select this and then drag and drop it and insert it here. So here you have successfully inserted the local variable, that is initialized local variable, and then here we have given the name as count. So therefore we shall change the name as count. So we shall change the name as a count. So we have set the count to 1. Initially we have set the count to 1. So therefore we need to go to the math. So next we need to go to the math, and then we're going to select the first option, and this will allow us to set the count to 1. So it is 0, so just change it to 1. So just change it to 1. So we have successfully entered the first line, that is we have initialized the local variable and we have set the count to 1. So next thing is that we have a if condition, that is you are going to check if the count is less than equal to 5, you are going to play the sound. So next in order to, so if it's a control statement, so therefore you are going to go for the control, and then you are going to select the first option because there is a single if. So therefore drag and drop this if loop. So we have successfully dragged and dropped the if loop. So again we are going to insert the count less than equal to 5. So in order to do that, you are going to again go to the variables, and then you are going to set. So you are going to use the set option. So set option as well as get option. So first you are going to so initially we have initialized the local variable count equal to 1. We need to get the count. So therefore you are going to insert the get. So therefore drag and drop this get. So then again, so get count. So we have designed the get count. So now we need to insert the condition, that is less than equal to. So therefore for that again go to the math, and then you are going to use this third option, and this will allow us to. So for that we need to open this. First we shall insert this condition. So then we shall insert the less than equal to condition. So here you are going to use the get count. So now you can see we have successfully designed it. So initially you are going to insert the less than equal to condition, then we are going to insert the get count. So less than equal to, so less than equal to 5. Similarly, as you inserted 1, you are going to insert the 5. So for that you are going to go to math and then select the first option, and then drag and drop it, and then change it to 5. So that's it. So we have also designed the second line, that is if count less than equal to 5. So next thing is you are going to play the, so count less than equal to 5, then you are going to play the sound. So therefore you are going to insert this. So see, we have successfully inserted this play sound. So our next step is to increment the count. So we have initialized the local variable, and we have used the control statement, that is if. So we have also played the sound, and now we need to increment the count. So you are going to set, initially you are going to set the count, and then you are going to increment, get the count equal to count plus 1. So therefore go to the math, and then you are going to, so you are going to go to the variables, and then you are going to set it first. You are going to set the count. So you are going to set the count. So set the count to, so set the count to count equal to count plus 1. So here we have a equal to. So similarly as we did for this, you are going to do it same. Go to the math and use this, and then drag and drop it, and you initially, so you can see the equal to symbol is already set. And now you are going to go to the variables, and then you are going to go to the select the get option, and then insert it here. So what you are going to get is, you are going to get the count. So count to count equal, so count equal to count plus 1. So that is plus 1. So you are going to go for the math, and then select the first option, and then drag and drop it here. So therefore you are going to change it to 1. So now change it to 1. So see, this is how with the help of a, see how easily with the help of a pseudocode we are able to design the blocks. So this is how you are going to design it. So now we shall see how it works. So now we have designed the user interface, and we have also designed the blocks. So with the help of this, so with the help of a blocks, it interacts with the user interface components and allows us to ring the bell. So quickly we shall see how to. So for that I am going to connect it. So I am going to connect, and then with the help of a phone, I want to, with the help of my Android phone, I want to listen the bell ringing sound, and how it works I want to see. So go to the connect and select the first option, that is AI companion. Then it asks us to scan the QR code. I have already downloaded MIT App Inventor on my Android phone, and I am going to scan the QR code. So I am scanning my QR code. So I have scanned the QR code. So you can see once I scan the QR code, it's telling that service built app progress bar. So means it's in the, so it has been initializing. So once this is done, so I am able to see my app, that is Service Belt app. So once I click on button, so I can see the bell is ringing. So again I am going to press the service button. Check, it's been ringing for 5 times. So this is how you are going to build the simple apps with the help of a MIT App Inventor. Hope this is interesting for you, and just try it on your own and you will feel much happy. So similarly, you can build many apps you wish. So just by considering the pseudocode, so just by writing the pseudocode in your own statements, and if you try to build your app, so it will be much easier. So this is how you are going to build, and thank you friends for watching, and do subscribe our channel for more updates.